Hello and welcome. We are back into Love and Deep Space, but I just realized that I just played through chapter 8 not long ago, so I'm not going to do that right now. I kind of forgot. So let's go directly into Seiya's anecdotes. So those are over here. So we'll play through his anecdotes. So there are 3 with 6 chapters each. So it's kind of long. I'll try to read through it all, but I suck at reading, so we'll see how this goes. Let me at least try. And if it's really bad, then I'll stop. You probably don't need the main video. You probably just need this guy here. So let me try to make this bigger. It's super hard to do. I don't know what that was. Undo. I don't know what that was. If we can like go over here. Shit. It's super hard. Might not be possible. I'll try. Hold on. Like just a little bit bigger than that. Hold on. This is super hard to do. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so this is what we'll do. We're going to read through Seiya's anecdotes. There are 3 chapters for each part. There are 3 parts, so what is it? 18 parts, I guess. Alright, so Frank's summer homework. Here we go. Let's see if I can make this a big screen. That would be good. Let me try. And I can. Excellent. Okay. Frank's summer homework. Write an essay titled, When I Grow Up, I Want to Be a blank 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 to understand the kind of job you want to do. After reading his homework, oh shit. Oh, it's not gonna work that way. Not a whole lot. Okay. So I can't do it that way. Alright. Got it. Let me delete this. Hi. Oof. This is kind of hard to do. Alright, let's try anyway. Write an essay titled, When I Grow Up, I Want to Be a nanny to understand the kind of job you want to do. After reading his homework's... After reading his son's homework, his son's... Oh, for fuck's sake. After reading his son's homework assignment for summer vacation, Ulysses asks, What do you want to be when you grow up, Frankie? 7-year-old Frankie's eyes sparkle. I want to be a deep space hunter. He jumps up and down. I'm gonna defeat wanderers like this. Swish, 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 swish. They're so awesome. Ulysses looks a little surprised. Really? Hold on. Really? Smiling, Ulysses pulls his son into his lap. I have a friend who's a deep space hunter. In fact, he's the best of the best. Do you want to go to his place and have him teach you how to become one? The best of the best? What kind of hunter is he? The hunters in the cartoons are already really cool. They wear shiny outfits with super cool weapons. They travel to every corner of the city, flying across the sky, and can run on walls. A single move is... A single move is enough to amaze the whole world. If there's a hunter better than him, doesn't that mean he'd be cooler? Following Dad to his old friend's house, Frankie watches as the door opens. He's filled with longing and anticipation. Then he's stunned. The man inside is wearing a pair of white slippers and regular pajama pants. There was no shiny golden outfit. He didn't transform. He wore normal clothes, and he had his lopsided sleeping mask with stars on it. He still looks a little tired after. Yawning. This person is a deep space hunter? He talks to Dad, but Frank doesn't pay attention. He could see the question mark on the man's face. It changed into an exclamation mark, and then ellipses. What? After that, he kneels down to look Frank in the eye. Hello, my name is Xavier. His voice. It doesn't seem like he would shout a catastrophe. What? It doesn't seem like he would shout a catchphrase. Frank's heart beat frantically in his chest. He grabs the hem of his father's shirt and says, I'm Frank. He looks at Xavier's hair. Grandpa? But looking at Xavier's face, he's unsure. Uncle? Xavier lowers his head, scratching his neck. Xavier is good enough. Scratching his neck! That's a cue, yo. That's a cue. He doesn't just scratch his neck. Hold on. There's another part here. Oh, there's another part, yo. Where's the other part? Oh, これか. Okay. This is the next part, ne? Chapter 2. Oh god, ちょっと待って. I have to figure out a better way to do this because my back is killing me right now. Alright. ちょっと待って. I'm gonna turn around. Okay, here we go. So chapter 2, Deep Space Hunter's Home. A Deep Space Hunter's Home. This is chapter 2 of part 1. Dad drives away not long after, leaving Frank alone with Xavier. Xavier closes the door and takes Frank's tiny suitcase inside. Frank hurries after him, curiously looking around. This is the house of a deep space hunter! Would he have an entire wall filled with weapons and bombs? What about tiny robots that fly around everywhere? Would there be a sleeping pod as big as a room? After walking around, Frank realizes that Xavier doesn't have any of these. Mr. Xavier, where's your armory? Xavier is pressing some buttons on his juicer. Frank's question causes him to mess up, so he presses cancel and restarts the process. I don't have enough weapons for one. What about your robots? The phone on the table lights up. Hello? How may I help you? Where do you sleep? Xavier looks around. Can you sleep? You can sleep anywhere. He's nothing like the hunters in the cartoons. Frank is disappointed. Ka waiso. Xavier hands him a cup of yellowish green liquid. Do you like weapons and robots? No, but a hunter's house should have these things, right? Frank takes a sip of the drink and makes a face. Huh? He would rather drink Dad's veggie juice. He's about to ask Xavier what it is. He sees Xavier had finished his... What? He's about to ask Xavier what it is when he sees Xavier had finished his own cup without a hint of disgust. ちょっとむずいな、これ. What makes you think that? Xavier asks, putting down his cup. As a guest, Frank has to be polite. He forces himself to swallow the liquid in his mouth, thinking that maybe it's some kind of energy supplement. He places the cup on the corner of the table. Everyone in Hunters Unite has one. They have a secret base filled with tons of stuff, too. Did you hide yours, Mr. Xavier? Xavier thinks for a moment before saying, their stuff comes from their base. Mine is simpler, so it doesn't have as much. Seeing Frank's cup remain untouched, Xavier picks it up. Do you not like juice? Xavier's eyes widen. Frank's eyes widen. Was that juice? That was juice? Man, some of this is really kind of hard to read. It's not very intuitive. Everyone in Hunters Unite is so strong. You could find them on the top 10 hunters list. Xavier probably wasn't picked to join them. No matter what kind of hunter he is, he should be going out every day to defeat wanderers to save the world, right? Frank gathers himself again and gets ready for the big battle with Xavier tomorrow. But the next day, when Frank looks for Xavier in the morning, he finds him asleep in the living room. Wearing a jacket, Xavier has one of his hands hanging off the couch. His brow furrows. In the bright sunlight, stuff shimmers on his shoulder. Stuff. They remind Frank of specks of light or even pieces of glass. Where did Xavier go last night? What did he do? Frank decides to ask Xavier when he wakes up. However, Xavier doesn't move for a long, long time. He doesn't toss or turn and manages to make Frank sleepy. Frank waits and waits until his eyelids start to droop. When he opens his eyes, Frank sees Xavier. In the foyer, hand on the doorknob, ready to head out, he comes back to his senses, knowing the moment he's been waiting for is finally here. Frank runs over. Where are you going, Mr. Xavier? I want to go too. Not giving Xavier a chance to refuse, he tightly grabs his hand. And just like that, Frank goes out with Xavier for the first time. His teacher always says, the early bird catches the worm, but Xavier slept in. It's already noon. And are there any wanderers? Are there any wanderers? Are there any wanderers left? Xavier walks around and looks relaxed. Could it be that he isn't worried because he knows where all the wanderers are hiding? Frank can only guess. Maybe they're going to a dark cave next, or an abandoned building with strange noises coming out of it. After 10 minutes, Xavier stops walking. In front of them is a hot pot restaurant. It's lunchtime, so a lot of people are here. Xavier sits by the window, glancing at the menu before ordering a frightening what? What? glancing at the menu before ordering with their frightening familiarity. Oh, okay. Bunny's fat beef, Bunny's signature lamb rolls, beef brain, beef tenderloins, ox tongue, tripe. What the fuck is that? Beef ribs, black chicken rolls, fish balls. Oh my god. Frank can only listen with his mouth agape until Xavier puts down the menu and says, "Spicy soup, extra spicy." Frank springs to action. "My dad told me not to eat super spicy food, Mr. Xavier." Xavier looks at Frank as though he forgot about him. Scratching his neck, he says to the server, oh god, he's scratching his neck. He says, another bowl of small noodles, please. Frank takes the rabbit-themed bowl when it's put down in front of him. He watches Xavier dip the red meat and in the equally red soup. Frank is speechless. He quickly snaps out of it, though, when he realizes something. You need a full stomach to fight vicious wanderers. Otherwise, where else would you get your energy? Everything Xavier does has a reason, so Frank happily eats his noodles. He puts his bowl down and stares at Xavier. Are they going to fight wanderers now? Frank was wrong again. Half an hour later, they arrive at a supermarket. Xavier pushes around a shopping cart, passing by the numerous aisles in the store. He browses the shelves slowly, sometimes even asking Frank's opinions. Which one do you think is better? Xavier asks. Oh my god. This poor kid. 30 minutes later, they arrive at a bookstore. Behind the counter is a scary-looking man with a large beard who smiles at them. Frank hears the man talk to Xavier like they're the same age. Then he says something that he doesn't understand. What's a vegetarian? What are meal plans? Then finally Xavier leaves the store and takes Frank home. Frank is at a loss. Where are the wanderers? Why would a hunter like Why would a hunter like Xavier not fight wanderers? Frank thinks, man, I'm having trouble. Frank thinks, then realizes that like children getting 2 days of holiday after 5 days of school, Xavier doesn't fight wanderers every day. So once Xavier is done resting, he'll go fight wanderers, right? Jesus Christ. I can't fucking read. Oh my god. This is part 4, yo. ちょっと待って. Oh my god. Alright. A hunter's secret training. With that, Frank waits and waits and waits, but still he never sees Xavier. The best of the best go out to fight wanderers. Instead, he gets the rapidly approaching end of his summer vacation. A week later, unable to wait anymore, Frank takes out his homework assignment and starts writing. Deep space hunters will sleep until noon every day. When they wake up, they have lunch. After lunch, they either walk around outside or stay at home to watch TV. Sometimes they fall asleep watching TV. Oh no! Poor Seiya. Deep space hunters aren't picky. They eat everything. They also aren't picky when it comes to places to sleep. They can sleep anywhere. But Frank stops writing. Deep space hunters are kind of weird. One night, Frank woke up to use the bathroom. He saw the balcony when he passed by, but as he came out, a shadowy figure stood on the balcony, scaring him. It's me. Mr. Xavier? It's me. Yeah, Xavier enters the living room and shuts the balcony door behind him. His shadow elongates under the moonlight. Did you fight wanderers, Mr. Xavier? Xavier remains silent and starts to head to his room. His body's covered in shiny stuff again, but Frank can't see them clearly. Why didn't you bring me with you if you were fighting wanderers? Xavier pushes Frank to his room as he walks. Go to bed. If you're not tall enough, you're not allowed to fight wanderers. Okay. Poor Saya. After getting back to bed, Frank wonders about another thing. Why did Xavier come in through the balcony, not the front door? Frank slumps on his desk, unsure if he should write that. What are you doing, Xavier? Okay. What are you doing? Xavier comes over. Summer vacation homework. Xavier seems taken aback. There's homework during summer? Yeah. Frank lifts his notebook up. Xavier reads. Aww. Xavier reads everything and doesn't say anything for a while. If all I needed to do to be a deep space hunter was to sleep and get taller, that'd be great. But it's not like what I thought it would be. Xavier sits down by the desk. Actually, that's not what being a deep space hunter is like. Other than fighting wanderers, we have to do other things too, such as taking exams or doing special training, stuff like that. But I never see you fight wanderers. That's because it's peaceful here in the city. There's not a single wanderer? Frank asks. Xavier thinks for a moment. There are more monsters nowadays. Nowadays. And they're all very strong. Every time there's a wanderer, they defeat it before I even know it's here. Frank takes a while to process what Xavier said. So you're not fast enough? You could say that. Frank raises his fist. I think you should try... Oh no. I think you should try harder? Oh no. I think you should try harder, Mr. Xavier. Xavier smiles and fist bumps him. Alright. When do you have exams? I don't have exams. What about training? Nope. Frank writes the following. Deep space hunters don't have exams. They also don't need to train. Xavier grabs his pen. I don't have to train right now. Xavier says after a long while, but I can work one session in. Frank is excited. Can you teach me how to fight wanderers, Mrs. Xavier? Teach you? Before Xavier can change his mind, Frank says, Master! Xavier doesn't argue with him. Just call me Xavier. That's the first story, Janai. Oh, no. Shit, we're still on the first one. Oh, God, this is still... God damn. All right, this is part 5. The real battle. I'm tired. Chotomate. This is rough. Just reading shit is rough. Hold on. Okay, the real battle. It's sunny the next day. There are several groups of people in Lincoln Central Park, walking and picnicking. Children around the same age as Frank are running across the field or playing around the playground. Xavier puts his bag on the grass. He sits down and starts taking things out. Choose one. Seeing all sorts of weapons laid out in front of him, Frank is amazed. Without any hesitation, he grabs a small wooden sword. I want this one! He swings the sword a couple of times. Then notices Xavier picking up a stick. We're sparring, right? Are you looking down on me, Mr. Xavier? If you can knock the stick out of my hand, then I'll swap to a better weapon, Xavier says. 10 minutes later, Frank is out of breath. Xavier sits unmoving, with the stick still in his hand. A sword doesn't suit me. Frank throws. A sword doesn't suit me. Frank throws it away and picks up a water gun. What'd I say? He rushes. What? Oh shit. Oh, I missed. He rushes. Okay, alright. He rushes to the fountain to load his ammo and comes back chest puffed. Xavier, as calm as ever, swaps his stick with a paper cup. Another 10 minutes pass. Frank accidentally squirts himself with water. Xavier pours out the water in his cup, his body completely dry. A gun doesn't suit me either. Frank tosses the water gun away and gets a pair of maracas. Xavier picks up the stick again. He breaks it, holding each half in both hands. Another 10 minutes pass. Frank is drenched in sweat. He's a little dizzy with the sun beating down on him, and his palms are red from training. Despite not having touched even a hair on Xavier's head, he's happy. This is the first time he's seen Xavier act like a deep space hunter. Is this how you train to be a hunter, Mr. Xavier? Unexpectedly, Xavier shakes his head. No. But aren't you teaching me how to fight wanderers? Xavier looks as if he hasn't heard Frank. He stands up and looks around. Frank asks hurriedly, Frank asks again hurriedly, only to hear Xavier say, You haven't even beaten me once. Critical hit. Frank's, oh no. Oh, so you got the guy? You haven't even beaten me once. Kushan! Critical hit to the kid. Frank stands there in shock. All the doubts he had earlier returned. So this cold hunter doesn't own anything cool. He doesn't have any weapons or fought any wanderers. He's always doing strange things. He even lied about training him. Is Xavier a liar? Frankie, wait for me here. I'm going over. Seeing Frank's expression, Xavier pauses. What's wrong? Upset. Frank is on the verge of tears. Suddenly, there's a loud explosion. In a split of a second, he feels someone pick him up. Opening his eyes, Frank is stunned. He looks at the source of the sound. Xavier covers Frank's eyes with his hand. Not got that. Don't look. The wanderers are here. The sky darkens, and the sharp wail of a police siren brings Frank back to reality. Wait here and don't run outside the light. Xavier lifts his hand, and a golden shield appears around Frank's head like a round tent. After that, he turns around and runs off. Frank sees a sword quickly manifest in Xavier's right hand. It's brighter and cooler than any weapon he saw on TV. As people run away, he sees Xavier go against the flow of the crowd. Several terrifying wanderers appear from the trees. With a single swing, Xavier's weapon transforms into countless light blades. The wanderers instantly disappear in the light. He turns, leaps, and appears by the side of the inflatable castle. By the inflatable castle? What? By the side of the inflatable castle, striking down two wanderers like lightning. With a deafening soar, the wanderers turn to dust. The adults and children who haven't been able to leave are shocked. It's hard to read, yo. Leave this place. In the dust and smoke, Xavier turns around and leaps again. He takes a sword in his hand and lunges toward another wanderer. Frank's eyes widen. Xavier is like a beam of light, turning everything he attacks into dust. It's as if Frank is watching a meteor shower of light. After he cuts down the last wanderer, Xavier lands on the ground. With a flick of his wrist, the sword disappears, leaving only specks of light round him. It's as if he's standing under a starry sky. Frank is stunned. Part 6. A kept secret. When he comes out of the convenience store with Xavier, the park entrance across the street is covered with police tape. Police cars and ambulances are everywhere, and people with cameras are also running around. Everything is a mess. Eat this. We'll go home after. Frank takes the ice cream cone Xavier gives him. It's a sweet treat to calm his nerves. Why didn't you tell the police that you're the one that got rid of the wanderers, Mr. Xavier? Why didn't you tell them that you're the one who got rid of them? ちょっと待って。これは Frank feels a little sad. He wanted to see Xavier get praised on TV. But once he was done, Xavier dragged him out of the park. Xavier looked serious. Didn't your teachers tell you not to brag when you do a good deed? Still, Xavier's expression looks a little strange. It's almost like he doesn't want people to find out about him. Then again, that's not the only thing strange about Xavier. Besides, Frank is certain that Xavier is a very, very good hunter. Everything he does must have a reason. So Frank looks up at him with the same serious phrase. Don't worry, I'll keep it a secret. On the last day of summer vacation, Ulysses arrives to pick up his son. Ulysses sits on Xavier's couch, reading his son's passion essay. This summer, I met the world's greatest Deepspace hunter. Wanderers are no match for him. He uses a super cool sword, and it's sharper than anything in the world. He told me that being a hunter means you shouldn't brag about the good things you've done. That's why I want to be a hunter just like him. He's my role model. He looks at Xavier. Did you cast a spell on my son? No. Xavier is sparring with Frank using chopsticks. I just took him out for hot pot. After that, we spent shopping at the supermarket and the bookstore. Then we went for a walk in the park. Dad, Xavier is super duper cool. He eats the greatest hot pot. Oh my god. He eats the greatest hot pot, and his walks are Oh my god. And his walks are awesome. But I can't tell you exactly how amazing he is because Frank looks at Xavier. He's still wearing a normal t-shirt and normal pajama pants, but now, in Frank's eyes, those are better and stronger than any armor. Because it's a secret between me and Xavier. Ulysses doesn't know how to react. He picks up Frank's luggage and grabs the boy, still running around the living room and pretending to be running around the living room and pretending to be Xavier. He doesn't know what kind of secret his son agreed to keep for Xavier, but whatever. It's not on Frank. After all, when Ulysses was younger, he was also fooled by Xavier. That's the key point. That Xavier doesn't age, and that whatever connections he makes are long-standing, and they repeat generation after generation. これきついよ。This is the end of the first story. How do we go back? That was a special vacation. That was this one. Special vacation. That was this story. A special vacation. This is what we just read. Maybe I should make this smaller. Chotomate. I'll make this smaller. Actually, we can probably fit it. Chotomate. Alright. That does not fit vertically. What are you talking about? It's backwards even. What the fuck? Dude. Huh? Has it been backwards this whole entire time? Chotomate. How long has that been? Da, 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 da. What is this? Oh my god. What the fuck? Alright, this dude should be... naruhodone. Naruhodone. This... naruhodone. Oh my god, I'm screwing shit up. I'm screwing shit up. Chotomate. This dude should be out the fucking way, because I'm not using him. Out the fucking way. This guy I'm using, so this would be good if I can do transform. No. No. Fit to screen. No. This is super tricky. Shut the mouth. Mana. Hi. Ma. I think that's gonna be as good as we could get it for Ahsoka. That's video 1 to show. Yabe. No. Sorry. Video 1. No, I'm sorry. I did it wrong. Video 1. Wow. So. Go my ne? Video 1 should be this. Video 1 should be like that. That's what video 1 should be. Shoot. Where's my video 2? Naruhodo. こいつか。こいつか。こいつか。こいつはね、そうなんだよね。こいつはね、そうだな。このぐらい？そうそうそうそう。そうそうそう。そのぐらいです。OK。はいはいはい。そのぐらいですね。もう忘れてしまったんだよ。やべえやべえやべえ。やべえやべえ。This is normal. So, shit. We should probably get another screen here. ね。What is it? Video capture. Hi. So that was a special vacation story for Xavier. Next, we're going to passing by the story sequences. my reading is shit too, so I really apologize. Please bear with me. Let's go. Okay. Let's make this as big as we can. Oh no, is this a sad story? This is the sad music, yo. This is the sad music. Is it this story? Oh god. Alright. Team 013, 16 years ago, spring. Prior to Arthur's memory decaying to a point where he couldn't remember anything. Not long after the new year, many of Lincoln's residents still bask in the holiday spirit. However, Bloom Shore District Special Task Force, specifically Team 013, was in a panic. God, I can't read. After 5 long years, they were welcoming our new recruit. Heard his evol is light or something. He's usually only responsible for providing light and scouting a path during missions. Support role. It's not that impressive. Impressive people won't be sent to our team. Staying here for a year is almost like being buried in the ground for a decade. So he's just like us, a nobody. Luke hands over the newcomer's information to Tommy. Is he here to also fix our hallway's lights? Standing before the office door, Arthur is hit by a wave of mixed emotions. This marks his 16th year as police officer and 9th as captain of the Team 013. In his younger days, his passion led him to numerous accomplishments. But a severe... Oh no, who is this? Arthur. Does Arthur know who Xavier is? Oh, shit. But an injury from a high-risk mission 5 years ago significantly diminished his mobility. After having recovered since then, Arthur did the same mental calculations. Even at the risk of reputational damage. What? He must utilize the energy of new blood to somehow mold his group of misfits back in shape. Attention, everyone. Arthur swings the door open, breaking the chatty atmosphere. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the rookie will report for duty. We only got 2 hours left, so we need to start preparing. Tommy, are you working? Tommy, are you working part-time as a junk collector? This pizza box has been here for weeks. Throw it away. Arthur is completely oblivious to the neck pillow he's still wearing. And this figurine on your desk, Luke. I told you not to bring this into the office. It makes us look bad. Team 013 is at the bottom of the hierarchy. After numerous reshuffles, they have been whittled down to a single captain, 2 officers, and a support technician who has just submitted a transfer request. God, I can't read. They're hardly what one would call a team. In their early years, they made a name for themselves by solving several major cases. However, their present However, their present has nothing of their past luster, marked by lack of talent. Their reputation has taken a hit due to failed investigations. When their department relocated, they were left behind to handle the task of sorting through a plethora of old files. To this day, they still inhabit the old To this day, they still inhabit the old building. As time passed, they were all but forgotten their old interactions with. I'm getting tired too. Not like I could ever read ball to begin with. What? The others being the occasional job to retrieve files on the search. Retrieve files or search at the headquarters. At the age of 23, the rookie Xavier stands before the door, holding a cardboard box. His uniform is neat, and his expressionless face clean. He sticks out, being the only lively person in the otherwise gloomy hallway. Excuse me. As the door swings open, a group of people, in the midst of their hustle and bustle, lift their heads. They are dumbfounded by the face illuminated under the bright white light. A college student? Has he graduated yet? Everyone who comes near is just a bunch of pretty boys. Slightly awkward, Arthur clears his throat, signaling for everyone to quiet down. His eyes, filled with anticipation, move to the newcomer. You must be Xavier, right? Why don't you introduce yourself? Xavier, male, 23. I'm the newest member. I look forward to working with you. Chofutsu. The young man says, heading straight to an isolated desk in the corner. He places the cardboard box beside the computer and silently starts to arrange his things. Tommy and Luke simultaneously exchange disgruntled glances. What's this guy's deal? However, as time passes, Luke's impression begins to change. Whether it's tasks assigned to the higher-ups or senior members, Xavier always completes them quickly and methodically. He works until they're done, but nothing more. He's never late, but he doesn't leave early. When asked why he requested a transfer to their squad, he answers in a matter-of-fact tone. This place has many old archive records of Lincoln City. I want to read all of them. But there are likely over 5 million criminal records and fingerprint files in the database. And ones that haven't been entered in the system. The files from the beginning of the century alone probably account to tens of millions of pages. Xavier falls silent for a moment. Seeing him lose hope, Arthur pats his shoulder as though he understands. It's good to like reading, but you can't spend all your time in the archives. Let's have beef hot pot tonight. Dear God. This doesn't make sense in English. What the fuck is beef hot pot? Anyone without like somewhat of an understanding in like Japanese or like Eastern culture, you're not gonna understand what the fuck a hot pot is. What the fuck is hot pot? Hot pot? Hot pocket? Hot pocket? Hot pocket, you don't know. Hot pocket? Xavier doesn't like a lot of things, but he's very enthusiastic when it comes to eating. Hot pot. No. They should have just stopped at eating. Cause he's a fucking, he'll eat anything. Xavier will eat anything. Watching as Xavier orders plate after plate of beef and lamb, Arthur is relieved, knowing a person's favorite things is basically getting closer to them. During a mission, Xavier was injured in an attempt to rescue someone. He spent... Oh, this is the last page. He spent nearly half a month in the hospital. After being discharged, he insisted he didn't mean to rescue that person. He even claimed the incident had traumatized him. He ended up applying for a desk job as a logistics administrator. Like a forgotten cactus on the windowsill, Xavier lives a simple life, thriving amidst the winds and the sun's harsh glare. What happened? Yeah. What happened? What? I would like to know what happened. What caused him to be so injured to be hospitalized for a month? I would like to know. Oh my god, that's only part 1, yo. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a break. I'm super tired. Reading is tiresome. We're only in part 2, yo. Reading is tiresome. Let me take a break and I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll try some more. Hold on.